It is time for another fun edition of Derringer at your desk. And who's joining us in the out-of-control room today but our good pal Jerry D. Jerry?
And I'm on time for this. I wasn't on time for the radio part. But.
Well, I'm sure you had scotch to drink.
And I was telling you, I got up at 5:30, and I still, like, when you have kids, as you know, the guys in here that have kids, you can't get stuff done enough. You're still, I went for a run. I did things for me, but I run once a month. So. Is it your wife that's late, or my wife is the one that holds us back?
No, it's generally me in our house.
I'm ready in 2 minutes, and I'll dress my 3-year-old. No, it's the socks don't match. And that's what I deal with. Their hair's got to be perfect. And now my daughter's at an age where she won't let my wife dress her. There's this. Now it's even a point where she says, my mom, she's like my mom. My wife.
It's amazing how similar they are.
Very. Without the Scottish accent. That's the difference. No, my daughter's now at the point where Daddy can put my pants on. Mommy, you put my shirt on. And we're doing
quite
this like
selective.
idiots. We're idiots following her like sheep. My daughter's kicking me in the face now. When she changes and she doesn't want to or get in a bath, she just kicks me right wherever she can.
Mm-hmm. Because they know you're not kicking back.
No, and that's why can't I call social services, right? It should be reciprocated.
Why don't you give that a try and say you've been accosted by a 3-year-old?
It's not even accosted. I'm going to say, listen, get over here, do whatever you do, and tell her to stop kicking us in the face and taking wads of hair out of our head because we want to put clothes on her. It's your kids went through that age. It's a tough age.
2 of them still are.
Yeah,
and
still
it
kicking
is.
you. It's a tough age.
And wanting to dress themselves, the same thing. They don't want to do the same stuff.
Well, the bath last night, I got to wash her hair. My wife's all about washing her hair. Like I handle the 3-year-old. My wife handles the 4-month-old. That's kind of what happens when you get the second one, which you have how many?
3.
3. So you've been through that. And, I don't want to wash her hair because, 1, who cares, right? And 2, it's the biggest fight ever. Like it's ever. Yeah. And I can't do it. I got soap in her mouth and her. So I'm at the point now where I'm just like, I put the shampoo on and I get 5 dunks and it's all over her eyes and I don't care and she screams and I'm like, it's done.
Sounds like it's going well at your place,
yeah,
right?
It's good. I'm a great parent.
Well, back to that swimming thing. I went to watch Travis's
that story's
hair.
over. We're on to the next one.
Jerry,
kiddo, it's a fluid conversation, big fella.
Can't jump back and forth.
Bring it back to the one thing I've got.
We get it. You changed in the room with the ladies. All right. It's a great story. You love your kid. He's a swimmer. Michael Phelps the second over here.
I don't think Jerry would be a very fun heckler if you're on stage.
Ryan, I'm teasing you.
I got so much soap on his eye, it was like the monkey from Outbreak bit him. You know what I mean? That is the biggest problem going on in terms of bathing your child.
Yeah,
is the shampoo and they say that stuff's not supposed to make.
It does.
Exactly right.
Well, Jerry's showing himself to be a real Ward Cleaver over here.
I am Ward.
Dunk them 5 times, throw them in the water. They're all good to go.
It's get through the day, man. It's get through the day.
You're a toughen them up parent, are you?
No, I'm actually pretty soft. And now she's picking, like she says, I don't like mommy, I like daddy. So I look at my wife and I go,
what can I tell you?
What do you want me to do? Stop being liked? Like I'm gonna not try. I'm not trying to be liked. So it's really hurting. My wife's online Googling, 2-year-old doesn't like me since second child. I'm like, you're a loser. Seriously. Like, are you kidding me? She's 2.5. She likes you a little.
Yeah. And really trying to glean a bunch of logic out of kids at that age is not an easy thing to do.
And my wife does. And my wife's like, why don't you want to have a bath? I'm like, and I'm in the other room going, is she for real? Like as if my 2 or 3-year-old's going to go, right now I just don't feel like I need to be cleansed. Like it's like,
we know you don't want to have a bath. Well, what's the deeper issue?
Yeah, exactly. There's something here. Is it being naked? What is it?
Is it something I did a month and a half ago?
Was it the cereal? What?
Just please, come on, because we know there's more to this. Come on, talk
I've
to
heard
Daddy.
my wife say, "Tell me why" to my 2.5-year-old. Tell me why, and then I'll do it. And I'm in the other room going, I'm yelling, are you kidding me? Tell me why. I don't know why, and I don't want to bath some days.
Jerry, you are doing a whole bunch of Yuck Yucks gigs right across the country.
Yes.
Is this usual that you would go out on a tour like this?
Yeah, it's. I use the Yuck Yucks tour to work on my new stuff and sort of expose the brand new stuff. And then I go a theater tour in the fall. And I don't know how much more I'll be doing the clubs. The clubs are fun, though. It's tighter atmosphere.
So when you say doing a new show, is it 100%, or do you work in some of your old stuff with the new?
I have to, because if you have a room of 200 people, 40 have never seen me. 40 don't know I'm a comic. They're like, hey, Jerry D from The Score. They don't know that I'm a comic. And then you get some that want to see the old stuff because they brought friends. And then you get people that are like, I just want to see his new stuff. So you have to mix it up.
And
have
how
to
do you
mix it
go
up.
up? How do you write? I know very little about the world of stand-up,
Yeah,
so I'd be interested to know just how the writing process
I write down
works.
on my BlackBerry. I'll think of a premise. You know, like one day I'll have put down my daughter kicking me while changing.
Okay.
And then I'll go on stage and I'll just explore with it. I'll say, now my daughter's kicking me, and then, talk about social services.
Now,
and I'll
does a
just
bunch
keep
of this
expanding.
stuff just come
Yeah,
into your head on
yeah.
stage? So you don't have necessarily the
No.
new part. You
And
get
some
on
do
stage
that.
and explore it.
Yeah, and some do the other way. Some write the joke verbatim, and they go up and they've remembered the words in order, and they say it, and that's fine too. But I mean, I go up there one day and I was talking about Dora the Explorer, and I just went off, and I ended up getting one of my best new bits about it.
So theoretically, if you went up and you're comfortable enough on stage, you've been doing it long enough that if you went up there with, say, 8 really good ideas,
Yeah.
that's all you need.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
That's a talent,
And
really.
and 6 may go nowhere, and I'll tell the crowd. Like I was doing a joke, about trying to figure out a joke about how the Scottish, they're just not romantic. They're just the way they talk. There's nothing romantic. Where are you? Come here. Shut up. There's nothing really. Although I love you so. It's like the French, right? And I was trying to write a joke about the Scottish, like how would they talk dirty in bed? And it's like it's taking a while. It's not really going anywhere, but I'll keep trying it, right? Like, I'm taking my house coat off. Here I come. Stop it. Don't touch me. Leave me alone.
And then you'd know when you hit it.
Yeah. And then one line that worked was, I'm watching Coronation Street. Leave me alone. Because that's what all my parents watched,
Yeah.
Coronation Street. So, but it doesn't work, right? It's just kind of a lull. And, but I'll keep trying it. I'll keep trying it. And then eventually I'll say, it's not working. I'm not getting anything. I'm not thinking outside the box, or the bit's just not grabbing anybody's attention. And I'll bomb 40 times with the joke, and then I'll just drop it.
I wonder, I mean, the material is obviously going to always be number one. It is in movies, it is in TV, it would be on stage as well. But the way you present it has got to be...
Well, that's been what saved me, is because I'm not the best writer, but I can deliver. And Cosby wasn't a great writer, but he could deliver, right? And if I'm not comparing myself to Cosby, but I get away with delivering it, and every show's different. Even though I might have a show at 7:30, the 10:30 show is different. I'll have 5 other topics I didn't even plan on talking about. I drift off. I talk to the crowd more, and they give me stuff. So I'll ask, who has kids? Has your kid ever kicked you? And the guy will say, yeah, and he'll have a story. And sometimes I'll take that story and I'll go with it forever, and I'll keep talking about. Like the other day, I asked the girl, we're talking about the tramp stamp. And she said she had one in the front. I said, why would you get that? She said, it's just for me. And I got this whole bit. I'm like looking at my back. Like, it's for me. Where is it? It's for me. It's for me. Don't look at it from behind. It's for me. And, and there's an example of just riffing, as we call it, with the crowd. So, I think I've always had a natural ability to fake, like presentations in school. It was like, it's my turn. What? And I'd go up and I'd do this amazing. I could speak well. I could make it sound like I really knew. So I think it's transferred over, that you could give me a topic and I could go up, and it's not always going to work though. But
the flip side would be there's probably television and movie writers the world over who are great writers who can't get up on stage and deliver.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, I think the delivery is the harder part. I think you could get people to write for you. I could hire writers. I can't hire deliverers.
Yeah, good point.
I have to do it, right? So I think it's harder to get up and take the bullet to bomb, right? To bomb a little bit. You're going to bomb when you do a bad joke. But I mean, I remember I did a joke about Jesus, his birthday. What was that like when he was walking around Jerusalem as a 17-year-old? The whole city, happy birthday, Jesus! Jesus! Happy birthday, buddy! And I got nothing. And I just kept doing. I got nothing. And sometimes you just keep doing it out of the humor for yourself.
Yeah,
And I just kept saying, happy Jesus! Happy birthday, buddy! And eventually people are laughing at how stupid the concept
Just
is.
the fact that you continued on.
Keep going. Thanks for having me.
Derry, take care, buddy.
Hey guys, we'll see you.
Derry
Thanks.
D.
Do I just walk out?
If you think today started the wrong way.